Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to all the people watching. We are now gonna read the continuation of one of my personal favorite series ever, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with Jojolands, Chapter 6. I am very, very excited because I've had this chapter gassed up to be by multiple different people, multiple times. So, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. But let's see to all the people who is in the chat. I did not read a single word of that. So, unfortunate click. We got Parkour Prankster. I am a real person. Shouts to you guys. Appreciate you guys for being here. And we're probably going to get some insanity coming up. So, let's get right into it. Alright. This chapter is called Jungle Warfare Part 1. Meaning we are definitely getting a fight. Which has me very, very excited. Very, very excited, you know, because I did think, you know, we were going to get the Jodio versus Rohan clash, you know, with the Saw stuff. You guys know this. But seeing as we're getting something that's like a part 1 thing, oh, this is going to be crazy. So we're getting a real fight, probably with the cats. So let's get right into this. And shouts to Sway Shocks, who just hopped in with the Cerberus level membership with the Like D stream. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Glad to be here. I'm glad you're here, Parkour and Prankster. You always add cool stuff to the chat, so it's cool that you support the channel, you support the community. It's nice. But with that, let's get right into this. We got some Tafts, some 20s. I think that's Taft. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think that's Taft. I don't know. It was Ulysses S. Grant. You see, as an American, I need to not know anything about our history. That's how it works. Anyway, scoop up the treasures of this world. Jungle Warfare Part 1. We see the main squad flexing with a bunch of money around them. Let's get into this. Boom. Double page off rip. So there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot. Yo, shouts to Noah Bryan and No Forever. Fan theory was confirmed this chapter. Okay. 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 That's all I need to hear. Moss and Bones, what's good? Appreciate you for stopping by. Volume 1's coming out next month. Oh, that'll be sick. Alright. There are these relationships that coincide with where I live, go to school, etc. I think they're helping me grow a decent amount as a man. And it's not like I'm gonna do stuff like this forever, but right now, just to make some pocket money, I'm working in this group of 4 pieces of trash, with the role of the lookout. What do you mean 4 pieces of trash? That's kind of weird. I don't like that. I don't like that. That feels very dismissive. Like, that's your sibling. You know what I mean? And like, to be fair, you don't know Paco and Usagi like at all, but like, you're gonna diss Dragona like that? Like, you're literally siblings. Like, that's weird. That's weird. He entrusted a lava rock to them, but what is Rohan's true motive? This song is cool, but we're gonna go to 3 Tree. You know, it's just a banger. It's not. It's not what I thought it was. I apologize. I apologize. We're not going to 3 Tree. We're not. We'll go to Flash Train, which I just literally played. But we gotta feel the vibes. We gotta feel the vibes if we're getting in this. I'm only leaving it in your care. I'm not giving it to you. This whole incident with the lava rocks that Kishibe Rohan had locked up in a safe. What exactly is going on? He said he's leaving it in my care? This thing's more valuable than the diamond, so I'd better handle it gingerly. I made a deal so we could get on a plane and go home safely after all. But what did he mean by leave in my care? That makes it sound like there's future events involved. Does he want to make me do something with this lava rock? I won't do jack unless it makes me money. Hey, I mean, he's talking that talk right now. Another double page spread. Speaking of, these backgrounds are insane. Like, I know I didn't really mention it, but this and then this, he's really going off with the backgrounds right now. Okay, Paco tripped. You okay? Yeah, it just slipped. This is such a lively, like, a scene. Everything's just real right now. And Jody was looking around because he heard a noise from the tripping. That's an endangered species of bird, endemic to the island of Hawaii. It evolved uniquely due to its environment. Ooh, the red one over there, it's a... I'm not... Oh, God. Iiwi? Don't roast me, obviously. I'm just gonna assume it's Iiwi. Just gonna assume. Man, this forest's a cool-ass place. And look, he's making bird calls. This dude is very in tune with nature. He knows about rocks, he knows about birds. We ain't lost it, right? Which way was the car? Look to the left of that big tree over there. The shadow is going up the hill. Paco. It's on the ground. Oh, the diamond's on the ground. The diamond's on the ground. Hey, what the? I know for a fact I had the diamond in the zippered pocket of my backpack. I'm sure of it. I know, Paco, I know. Whether you're clenching it in your hand or packing it up tight in your bag, it was the same for me. For some reason, the diamond kept falling out. It's going back to that Rohan guy. It's actually not. Oh. Oh. Even the hold on, even the drawing? Whoa, Rohan Sensei's original drawing. That's on the ground too. How? Usagi, check your backpack. Me? The drawing? Oh, this is kind of crazy. Hold on. This is kind of crazy. So... Okay. It seems like it didn't even matter if it was just the diamond. It's also... The money fell too. Like, I just see the money here. I didn't read that yet, but I'm just thinking like, oh my god. How's this working? The drawing fell? It's not here. I know I had that in. That was in my backpack, huh? Huh? He's like tweaking out, you know. How? Are you for real? Look at this backpack. Does it look like a paper drawing could have fallen out of this? Now that you mention it, the cash, Kishibe Rohan's bills had fallen onto the floor back there. They fell out then too. The bills fell from Paco's pockets, all over the floor. You said you stole it out of a drawer, right? Huh? Yeah, I guess. Ultimately, that cash went back to Rohan. You think maybe the diamond, the bills, and the drawing aren't falling on the ground because we're being careless. That it's not a coincidence or an accident. And it's not that Kishibe Rohan set up some kind of trick. It's that they're gathering on their own towards that lava rock. Oh, so they're not even going to... So they are going to the rock. Okay. Gathering? So they're returning? Like they're coming back to this? Okay, this is confusing. Confusing. You know, just like how JoJo should be. Very confusing. Oh, missed that. So they're returning, like they're coming back. You said that the bills did that. So that makes, like, 3 in total. 3 things with monetary value. The original drawing is worth money, too. I don't know how much one of his drawings is worth, though. They all belong to the mangaka, though. This is what Kishibe Rohan went through the trouble of bringing that diamond through customs and coming to Hawaii for. That lava rock... Maybe we could make money with it. Okay. Okay. For some reason, they're gathering towards it. That's the value of the rock. Oh. Okay. I'll bet that since Jojo is the one carrying the lava rock, if he picked up that diamond, it wouldn't fall on the ground. Go on, pick it up. And of course, he's about to pick it up, and then something's happening here. It's a really cool sound effect thing. I really like that. He's getting wrapped around by some shenaniganry, probably those cats. Okay. Lifted way up into the air. And then he's bleeding somehow. Oh, he hit his head on the ground as well. Oh my god, this panel is crazy. Just look at this tree shading and everything. He's really in his... I'm just gonna turn the music off. He's really in his bag right now, which is really interesting. Like, he's really just going so in on this like nature stuff for no reason. I mean, he clearly picked Hawaii because he wanted to draw a lot of stuff that is natural, which is pretty interesting. But this is really something. It was this and those 2 double page spreads from the beginning. He clearly is trying to push it, you know, and I really like this direction. Wait, isn't that... It's the wire. What the hell, man? That wire snagged his ankle. But we're not in the house anymore. Okay, and he dropped the rock, of course. And then the cats are gonna sneak in. There's the cat rustling. There's something moving around our perimeter. Huh? An animal. Usagi then instantly knows, of course, because of the cat and the wire. It's the cat. It's him. It's his wire. He followed us. Wire? You mean that new type of security system that was set up in the mangaka's mansion? Oh, and they still think it's that. Okay, cool. The wire is wrapped around my ankle, and it's getting tighter. So this is kind of interesting, since he didn't experience this stuff. Now he is experiencing it. Pretty basic writing, of course, but it works very well. Like, obviously, this isn't... I'm not saying Araki's writing is basic. I'm just saying, like, literally, that is something you should do, you know? For crying out loud, it's not a new type of security system. Didn't you hear what I said before? It's a stand ability. The thing's been watching us since before we broke into Rohan's place. The cat was watching us the whole time. Yep. The cat was watching us? What for? Why the hell would I know why a cat would want to do that? But it's been following us. I know it's an animal with an instinct to hunt. Oh my god, the pink. Stop, Pink. Don't go near Jojo while he's like that. So the cat's probably going to attack Dragona as well. Yep. Dragona, something's floating in the air near you. Oh my god, it's like stabbing them. Oh my god. Ugh. Some visceral needle shenanigans are going on here. Dragona, get away from there. There's a bunch of them floating around. Oh my god, now it's going through Dragona's arm. Oh, I hate this. Ugh. Gross. It stabbed me. These wires don't just wrap around you then. It's piercing through me. Hey, this ain't looking good. It's sewing itself into us. Wait, is it both of them? I get... Oh, it's Paco's arm. Oh. Okay, I'm stupid. I mean, that's pretty bad still. More are coming on gusts of wind. They're flying towards us. They just keep coming. They're floating all gracefully, but they're tough as steel. We are in the middle of the jungle, but it really isn't a security system. It's actually a stand ability. That cat has a stand ability? Oh my god. I think we're like, yeah, we're like kind of close to the end of the chapter. Dude, he's been going off with these double pages, though. I think it's been like what, like 5 double pages? Maybe even more. Where's Usagi? For real, where'd that guy go? He's gone. The diamond's gone too. Okay. Then they hear some like noise, and then the car turns on. You're kidding me. Not only is the diamond gone, but the lava rock, and even that drawing is gone. That bastard. Usagi, you ran, didn't you, asshole? You're dead meat the minute I get a hold of you. I'll chase you through hellfire if I have to. Yo, Paco's going off right now. JoJo's still trying, and Dragona's getting attacked more, so was Paco. The branch is 7 meters above me, and the trunk of the tree is 4 meters away. You two come right below me, directly below where I'm hanging. Okay, he's doing some math stuff right now. Okay. Or they're screaming in pain. Draw in your legs, get right underneath me, and then we gotta stand. You stand, call out, first time. I think that's literally the first time someone said a stand name, then they showed up, which is pretty crazy. Okay, look at that. The whole sprinkler system's going off right now, which is cool because it's kind of like a barrier as well. This panel is sick. Really, really big fan of this panel. I don't know if it's my favorite one so far, though. The jungle stuff, I mean, he's still got a lot of great scenery going on, but you know what I mean? The sort of metallic with the natural. It's cool. Okay, for some reason, this is working. So the wire really is a stand. How is this working? How did he push himself towards it? How? Okay. Well, somehow he pushed himself towards it. I'm not gonna I have no idea. I literally have no idea how he somehow just did that. He probably swinging back and forth, but if not, then I have no clue. Oh, I can't grab onto it. The truck's a whole 4 meters away. And then Dragona sees the cats, and it says, "Is there any way to break free from this siege? To be continued." So, that was cool. You know, obviously, I'm a bit satisfied right now with Usagi vanishing off the face of the earth. You know, that was cool. That was nice. But we'll have to see where that goes, obviously. You know. But overall, I mean, really great paneling. You know, like I said, he's really just going absolutely insane with the nature in this chapter, and I really like it, like, a lot. I want to see how many double pages there were. 1, 2. I counted 5 while reading, without like fully paying attention. 3, 4. If I could literally hold on to this would be great. 5, 6. Oh, then there's 7. 7, 8. 8. That's crazy. Also, this was the Hiwamatanobu translation. Shouts to them. This was a thoroughly good translation. You know what I mean? There was no like real grammatical errors. You know, there was nothing crazy. I really liked, like I mentioned, what they did with that twang sound effect. Where was it? Right here. I really like this. I know they've been trying to do more like dynamic sort of sound effects. So that's pretty cool. Very, very proud of that. But yeah, no, good chapter. I mean, I'm excited to see where this goes, obviously. It's the first part of their fight with these cats for some reason. Now, what really has me interested is, like, oh, are these cats related to someone else? Is Usagi the person who brought these cats here the whole time? Obviously, it's possible that Usagi could just be starting up the car to go and save them. You know, that's obviously something that could happen. Some sort of a subversion from what we expect to happen, which is definitely possible. But besides that, I mean, I'm pretty satisfied. The art was great. You know, we have a whole setup. We have JoJo being, like, sort of a tactician type of dude, while the rest are more, like, erratic, I guess, and emotionally driven, which is interesting, because we think JoJo would be emotional, but it's actually the opposite. Let me see. This whole beginning part with him, like, considering, like, what is the purpose of this, was pretty cool. Then we get this, again, gorgeous, gorgeous nature shots, like, one after the other, pretty much. We get the reveal of the rock being important, which was a theory, so that to me wasn't very shocking. Then JoJo gets absolutely bodied for the most part, and Dragona gets like literally like brutally maimed along with Paco. We had this really great shot, like really really great shot. I thoroughly enjoyed this. And then we get the reveal of Usagi being a bum. Oh, that was before the cool shot. Yeah. So you know what, Usagi, if you're a bum, you're a bum. But let's read the chat now. Trash comment made me consider a theory I'll share with you later. Okay. Okay. Imagine if Usagi observes nature to the point where he learns spin of all characters. I cannot imagine the world where that happens. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I cannot imagine. The classics Joestar secret technique. I mean that. My bad, Swizzles. I didn't see that message. I usually always go on, Manga Dex. That's what I usually go on, Manga Dex, because that's where I just know it'll be. November basically echoes Act 3, but more defensive. Okay. Parkour prankster. Now we get the craziness going off right now. Usagi's namesake, Rabbit, could be a reference to the fact that he runs away, but does so out of intelligence than out of cowardice, like actual rabbits, considering his stand is less for combat. Rabbits also reference luck, so him running off could be a blessing in disguise. Yeah, I definitely see that. Like I said, like if he's not the traitor, obviously he could just be starting up the car to probably hit the cats and run them over or something, because we know Araki hates animals. We know he does, so that's honestly probably what could happen. Noah Bryan says, I feel like Usagi isn't a traitor. It feels too obvious. Or maybe he'll be a traitor type for the most part, but then come in clutch at some point. I could see that as well. Some type of like redemption arc or something. Theory, I think Usagi might be a Joestar, but is related to Fumi's girlfriend. If you look at the meaning of Matsukudasai, that exact thing happened to her with Fumi. Okay, that I think is kind of a reach, bro. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think that's kind of a reach. If we're really trying to connect this to Jojolands, I do not think Fumi's girlfriend is gonna be the character Araki chooses to tie in. Like, I'm just gonna be completely honest. And I think like saying the meaning of Matsukudasai, like wait please, is being the exact thing that happened with her to Fumi. Like, I think that's just a reach as well. Like, I don't know. To me, I don't see that at all. The string is just some craziness. I'm still speculating, like, where does the string come from? Is it the cat's hair? That would be cool. Swizzle says, I'm still not convinced Usagi is a traitor at this point in the story. So far, he's been smart, so I think he would have a plan at this point. I would love if he betrays them later in the story, though. See, that would feel more satisfying. We've been here for such a long time, and then now he's the traitor. It's not like some abrupt thing. Because if it's abrupt, then we don't care about him at all. If we get that bond with him, then it would hurt a lot more when he is revealed as the traitor. You know what I mean? Pargo Praxter starts with the trash theory. I think JoJo is talking from a future point of view, and was possibly thinks he was betrayed based off the trash comment, or maybe Rohan's words are giving him paranoid perspective. Yeah, I get that, but like, dude, calling Dragona trash is crazy to me, because Dragona was like the ride or die for JoJo. They're literally siblings. They're the people who are taking care of their mom. I feel like there's no way you could call someone who's like that in tune with your life trash. Maybe that's me being like optimistic though, What's the chance the stand is like stone free? Um, I mean, I feel like it could easily be. You know, Araki always loves to do like sort of inversions of his previous abilities, so it could be like that. And Sway also says, I think Usagi is getting help right now. Yeah, I definitely think that's possible as well. But why would they be getting help when they just robbed a house? They literally are now fighting animals in the woods, and it's like, why were you kids in the woods? Why are you in the woods by this house that was just called, you know, right to us and said, oh yeah, I got robbed. Oh wait, hold on. That's kind of strange, isn't it? I don't think he would be doing that. I think he could, like I said, if he's driving the car and he's not going to betray them, he's driving it to go and like ram right into the animals, because Araki is just unhinged like that. He literally would just have someone just run over animals. Like, literally, like part one, we see Dio just like knee the hell out of Danny. Yeah, it's super messed up, but Araki does this. He attacks animals to make us feel emotional things, you know? Another thing I feel like people didn't bring up about him being a traitor is Fugo and Usagi are both really smart. If they are kind of a parallel, it would make a lot of sense. Maybe Usagi is going to end up being what Araki wanted Fugo to be. Yeah, Swizzles, I talk about that exact thing in the video where I talked about this theory. Definitely give it a look if you haven't. Excuse me. No, Brian's going to dip. Appreciate you for stopping by. I do have an idea for Dragona combining spin with smooth operator. Hey, that'd be cool. I mean, Dragona I could see more having spin for sure, because Dragona obviously is a Joestar. You know, that's a huge, you know, through line. So I could easily see that. That'd be interesting. Davinator12, welcome to the stream, says, what do we think about how these lava rocks relate to a blessing of the earth? I could see it. I could definitely see it. The thing that's like the volcano itself would have to be the blessing of the earth, and then the lava rocks are sort of like smaller versions of it. That I could see. Weather and Poochie had a divide as well, despite being siblings. Not a fair comparison, I know. Just an observation. No, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I feel like their situation was different because there was like some tragic love story, you know, involved. Plus, they didn't actually know each other as siblings. Like that I think is a huge thing that really, you know, solidifies the difference for me, that they didn't know each other, because them being siblings inherently isn't an issue, you know. But the problem is these people have known each other like their whole lives. You know, they're both after the same goal, taking care of their mom. They both seem like they're kids. You know, that's another thing. But I mean, Poochie and Weather were still young. But I get what you're saying. But I think there's a difference. Imagine if Dragona combined spin with smooth operator, resulting in her displacement ability turning into a detachment ability. I don't really know what you mean by that, to be honest. What do you think about the trip? What do you mean the trip? Do you mean like earlier, where Paco tripped? So are you saying this is like foreshadow? I mean, it shows that he hits the branch. It shows that he hits the branch, so I don't think it's that crazy. But, you know. It would be more fitting as a destructive ability. I mean, it would be. But the thing is, I feel as though these abilities are meant to be like, hey, if they evolve and like are axe stands, that'd be awesome. You know, I'm a huge fan of axe stands. I think they're very, very interesting. But I feel as though Araki purposely tried to make these abilities seem very underwhelming and not that crazy, so he can use them in interesting ways. Like, literally, the first chapter where Dragona, like, completely morphs the dude's face. You know, you wouldn't expect that from an ability that's just, oh yeah, I can move these little things, you know, I can change them a little. You know, you wouldn't expect that. And I think that's what makes it so crazy. And I feel like giving it just a straight up destructive ability would sort of nullify the sort of you know, it's like a hyper niche thing, you know what I mean? But I think that's what makes it so interesting. Because if it was just a destructive ability, what would be the difference between it and like something like Killer Queen, which is obviously something Araki's already done, you know, and he's done again in Jojolian. Yo, G Slime, welcome to the stream. Swizzle says, this was kind of an underwhelming chapter, to be honest. I expected more of the fight with the way the last chapter was set up. Hopefully, next chapter we'll get more action, because I was excited for that. Nah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. For me, it's definitely set up. I mean, we know it's going to be a fight, because it's a part 1. So, I don't really mind. It's just, you know, we're seeing the things. Obviously, my highlight of the thing is Usagi running the hell away from this action. So, that's going to be cool. Seeing where that lines up, because that's some story development, you know. Sway thinks it was a hype setup chapter, so yeah, I can see that. And Parkour says Usagi's little hood reminds me more of Risotto. I mean, I could see it. I could definitely see it. I know he's wearing a wetsuit. Like, I just know he's wearing a wetsuit, so I never thought of it as, like, a hood, you know? But I am intrigued by that sort of connection right there, because Risotto's obviously a super big threat, working as, you know, the antagonist that we never expected type stuff. You know, I love stuff like that. So, if that's intentional, that would be awesome. Sway says, I think the trip is somewhat important. Like, Rohan is the roots and the trip victim is the MC. I see it, but I feel like that's a reach, to be honest. I see it, though. Like, I actually understand what you're saying, but to me, it's like, I don't think it's that deep, you know? I think what the trip really is the trip is foreshadowing the idea that JoJo will then trip on the wire with the cats. That's what I'm thinking it was meant to be. You see? I think I mentioned it before, but I think JoJo's stand will evolve. Makes so much sense with his arc, despite seeming to be learning that he can care for other people, despite uncontrollable factors, and the self-discovery it seems he might undergo. No, I definitely agree. I think if JoJo has a axe stand, it'll be really interesting, because he did it with Johnny, he did it with Josuke, well, at the very end. And if he does it with JoJo, I mean, that'd be cool, because JoJo is literally going to undergo some, like, character changes and stuff. That'd be cool, because he clearly has a very specific mindset at the beginning, and I want to see if that changes by the end. If it doesn't, cool. If it does, you know, cool. G Slime says, do you guys think Usagi is working with the cats? I'm leaning to that. If not, though, I'm very curious to see why these things are involved in the first place. Very intrigued. Oh, Parkour is cooking right now, saying, I had an idea. What if when the police come to investigate Rohan's house, one of the police members turns out to be the stand user / cat's owner? That I love. That I am a big, big fan of. So that would be crazy. I could even see, like, say the police come, what if he gets arrested for bringing it in? That'd be kind of nuts. Maybe that lab gets him arrested because he's, like, doing experiments on, like, private property where he's not allowed to. That could be interesting. I don't think Dragona's Swizzles, I definitely agree with changing Dragona's, you know, purpose from to destruction. I definitely agree, because I get it. The metaphor for Dragona's identity, changing things freely. Completely agree. Completely agree. But Risotto was a traitor, just not well known as a member of the main cast. That's true. He was a traitor. Made him even more interesting. I mean, there had to be a reason they stopped to look at the diamond and all that. I don't think there needs to be a reason he tripped, to be honest. Sway agrees with that. And if Usagi is working with the cat people, it could explain why there are multiple if one or two of them are from Usagi's ability. That I like a lot. That I think is really interesting. And it's kind of like a, sort of like, two of them are fake and they can't use the ability. That could be the difference there, and the one is real. So it's like, which one are you going to be afraid of or something? Or they could all be just complete like clones of each other. That would be crazy. Swizzle says, the girl we saw in the 3rd chapter is the stand user, and she will show up at Rohan's house. It's the cat and mouse chase between her and JoJo. We talked about that in that chapter stream. I think it was the 3rd chapter anyway. Well, it's the DEA agent. That's all I'm going to say. I know exactly what I'm picking up exactly what you're putting down, my guy. I see the vision. It was chapter 2, I'm fairly certain. Yep. There she is. Chapter 2. I will never stop bringing her up because she is sus. She is sus. Like, that's all I'm going to say. All I'm going to say. She's sus. And I mean, hey, she was following after them. She was the one who... Man. But if I speak, I'm in big trouble. I'm in big trouble. Yeah, there's definitely a lot to think about with this chapter. With Usagi doing his thing. I know the community's going to be in an uproar about that for sure. With the really great artwork. Like I mentioned this before, obviously, but the natural artwork. This is definitely Araki in his bag. He's just like, I really want to draw some nature. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of drawing Morio. I need to draw some nature again, which is cool. G Slime says, do you have any theories on how everyone in this part is acquiring their stands? I'm going to be completely honest. No, I just don't. Because if it's something like completely different that we don't know, I got no idea. Because Araki can literally just change it up on the dime. That's sort of his writing style, very much in the moment thing. But I'm excited to see how, if there's some sort of difference. It could obviously be like some like stand arrow shenaniganry, some lineage stuff, But I honestly don't really care. For me, what makes JoJo so interesting isn't the world building, which that's like probably the bottom of like things I care about in JoJo. The things I care about in JoJo are good character writing and the sense of suspense that you always get as a reader, because we have no idea what's going on right now. We literally have like no idea. Sure, people have been theorizing like, oh, Usagi's gonna be a traitor. Oh, like even me, I think the DEA agent lady is super sus, And we could theorize all we want, but at the end of the day, it's because we can theorize that we're so like hooked onto this thing. It's like, why are we... What's going on? We're literally trying to figure out what's going on before Araki sort of gives us the Chekhov's gun. Like, oh, here's what's going on. Which is pretty sick, in my opinion. That it allows us to just, be completely insane, But the thing that I care the most about in JoJo, like I said, is that sense of mystery, like where we don't even know what the abilities of these characters are for a long time. We learn more about them, either through stand fights or whatever. We see them change, but seeing them change, their stand abilities, is also endemic of seeing them change as people, which I think is amazing. So I'm a big fan of that aspect of the series. World building, That is like the bottom of the barrel for me. I truly like JoJo world building is nearly not as interesting because it's just the real world, but with some different things. And that's not even to slander it. It's just literally that's just I just do not care. I just don't. Um, but yeah, that's why, like, for example, the theory of how everyone's acquiring their stands, like, I just don't, I genuinely just don't really care. You know what I mean? But that's just me. Um, unless it's something new, that'd be cool. The lava rock is gathering the stand users together. I mean, hey, if that's something, that would be cool. You know, like you said, not you said, someone said earlier, if it's connected to the, where is it? Where is it? I forget, but basically, if it was connected to like the walleyes and stuff like that, where it feels very you know, it's like some blessing from the world. You know what I mean? Considering Usagi's ability gives him the ability to choose how a wish can alter objects, that may explain why the string surrounding JoJo may be longer and made of different material to metal. That's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Love that. DA agent could be the Hank of Jojolands. I get what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, you don't need to add from Breaking Bad, because that's one thing high key that is getting kind of frustrating when people are sort of dismissing ideas because it's just, oh, it's just like Breaking Bad. Like, what are you talking about? Are you just gonna completely nullify someone's like speculation because you're like, oh, it's just Breaking Bad, bro? Like, come on, bro. It's just Breaking Bad. You know, it's not that deep. Like, Araki can't just do an inversion of this thing that he's clearly paying homage to. Like, oh wow, inversions aren't a thing in reality. To me, that's just so lame. It's just very dismissive of like people actually having thoughts, because it's just like a single sentence response. Just watch Breaking Bad, bro. You know, just watch Breaking Bad. You just watch Breaking Bad, you got Jojolands, bro. You know, instead of New Mexico, put in Hawaii. It's just Breaking Bad. Like, no. I think I love with JoJo is just because of the nature of the series, you can never know with 100% certainty what will happen next. Stand power system is one of the coolest concepts ever, I swear. Yes, I completely agree, man. Having the idea of who you're fighting against be a mystery in itself is so interesting. Usagi could be a red herring. Excuse me. But not a red herring as the traitor, a red herring as an ally. I mean, yeah, we assume he's going to be bad, but it's fake. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Next July says, well, they enter the stream that says, I have some thoughts on the chapter. Earliest I've made it to one of these. Well, that's pretty great because we're 40 minutes in. So it's cool to see you hop in. Parkour says, I did have this old theory that maybe Usagi comes from a broken family, and perhaps as the son of a Japanese parent that left another parent, and permanently lives in Hawaii. Again, from Matakuda's side, that I don't get at all. I see you got this lore going on with the broken family. That'd be cool. You know, that would maybe explain why he, you know, is a druggie. You know, he could just be like a loser child, though, to be honest. But, I mean, giving him some backbone to like, oh wow, I do drugs because of my terrible upbringing. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. Giving him some more lore, you know what I mean? I'm considering, I just had a thought. Like, maybe not like literally like this week, because, you know, that would be bad. because, you know, obviously the chapter's fresh out. But I kind of want to do a discussion stream, you know, like for the members of the channel. That'd be sick. Like because I've always wanted to do like one of those like community whatevers, you know. That'd be cool. Because you guys literally talk in the stream like all the time, so that'd be cool. Personally, to me, the scenario kind of tells me that Usagi didn't betray them. There's too much. Like, one, why would he continually warn them about the cats being stand users? Why would he try to be helpful at any turn? D3 Adventures just pops in, says breaking lands. That's literally, dude, that's literally all people think it is, man. That's literally all people think it is. Breaking lands. It's crazy. I think that Usagi buying drugs when he was first introduced is going to be relevant in the future. I mean, it already is relevant. The reason he did it was so he would be in tune with the lady, Meryl May, you know, and then because of that, he would be put into the main plot. It already is relevant. You know what I mean? It could be more relevant for sure, but you know what I mean? It already is. Usagi comes off as the Giorno of the group. Oh, because he's the outsider. I kind of like how Bruno brought in Giorno. Plus, JoJo is missing the lucky ladybug, and Usagi's named after a rabbit, a lucky animal. Yeah, I get what you're saying. This whole thing reeks of a fake out. It feels too perfect. The car revs, and Paco swears to kill him. To be frank, Jobin's death felt like a fake out too. Nexter, you have no idea how real that is. Jobin's death, bro, I was like, this is impossible. This literally is impossible. Like, he's the main villain. He's the main villain. How is he dead? Like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm definitely going to do a Usagi Trader round 2 now. So that's pretty crazy. It won't be a long video at all. It'll just be like, all right, guys, is Usagi actually Trader? Or like maybe it'll be a photo of like him in the car, you know, zooming away, and I'll be like, this isn't happening or something like that. Definitely need to talk because there's too much to talk about here. There's too much. Like Usagi getting in the car and being a traitor now would be boring. 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 Like, it would be terrible. Like, we need to get so invested in the character for the traitor reveal to happen. Like, that's why Fugo would have worked. Because we knew Fugo for what? Like, half the story? Usagi we know for, like, what? 6 chapters? Like, there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference. And I get it. The page counts bigger. But, like, that's still not even close to half the story. Not even close. Oh, you're talking about the meaning of the song. And not the actual meaning of the words. Okay. That makes more sense. Woman forever waiting for a husband who remarried. As a result, a woman forever waits. I mean, I could see it. Again, like, because Rocky does try to, you know, obviously tie the stands into not just the abilities, but the characters themselves, you know? So I can see it. I think Meryl May and Usagi are related for a bit for a minor reason. Rocky's kind of notorious in these later parts for same face, but he has specifically tried to maintain an Asian appearance for the two. I mean, yeah, that would be cool. Sway is given the big old pudding emotes with the I love long videos. Appreciate you. Another thing is Araki didn't spend much time on the reveal that Usagi betrayed them. Even if it were to happen this early, I feel like he would give it at least a little more attention. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Araki does tend to be a bit melodramatic. Not even in a bad way, but like he does tend to, like, if there's an emotional scene, he clearly tries to like get it in more. And I don't think, if this is the traitor reveal, I'll be completely honest, I don't think it's that crazy. They don't really know him. Like, they don't know him. You know? They met him today. Like, there's like a huge difference. Like, the investment in their relationship is like non-existent because they don't know each other, which is not to be dismissive. It's like they literally do not know each other. Paco even said like, oh yeah, he's wired up, he doesn't know what's going on, he's a druggie. Like, he clearly doesn't care about him at all. He clearly doesn't. There's going to be a flashback from Usagi's perspective, plotting to infiltrate the gang, maybe with his own gang. Now you're cooking. You're cooking with gas right here. That would be great. Nexter says, also I really want to say, stand users this time around actually closely relate to their stands. And so that's why, so you're kind of on the side of parkour with the, maybe the stand name relates to his backstory. That'd be cool. Sky Guy Studios, welcome to the stream, is very much in my wheelhouse, saying that Usagi's going to come back and run over the cats. Like, that's what I'm thinking. You know, that sounds crazy, but it's Araki. Araki literally just does this on the daily. I do think if Usagi is a traitor, it may kind of be like how Bruno and his crew had betrayed the boss, or maybe how the assassin team betrayed the boss. Possibly for more money in this case. Okay. Ooh. Okay, Nexter. You're cooking right now. The Mataku decides a song about wanting to maintain love even when it's a lost cause. Usagi has come off as a people pleaser this whole time, constantly reminding people of his stand. Oh yeah. Already. I see the comma at the end. I see the comma, meaning there's more to it. I see it. I see it. G-Slime says, Usagi works for the cop lady and her gang because she got him hooked to the drugs. Well, I definitely don't think... Alright, that would be crazy. If the DEA agent people, you know, the Drug Enforcement Agency, if they got this kid hooked to drugs, that's gonna be like some yeesh. Some big yeesh moments. But, hey, that would be crazy. I mean, if the cats are after them when they ran out of the house, it would have to mean they are after the rock Rohan gave Jodio. Usagi taking stuff could be him trying to keep the cats from getting it. There's too much stuff that lines up for this to be a fake out, to be honest. No, I completely agree. Like, I think this will realistically be a fake out. And then, if he becomes traitor later on, which is possible, it would be more satisfying. It just would be. I'm a Real Person says, what if Meryl May had Usagi do a side mission for the Lava Rock? That I could see. I could definitely see that. Like, that was the plan the whole time. That's why he's knowledgeable about all this stuff. I could definitely see that. Hold on. I gotta check something real quick. Excuse me. Yeah, I agree. I really like the idea of him working for the DA agent. I really do, because it seems like she's super corrupt in that case, which is great. You know, Araki loves to have political people in power be corrupt. That's a huge thing he does. I mean, literally, the main antagonist of a whole part of the story was the president of the United States. You can't get more on the nose than that. Dexter continues his analysis, saying, "This is a song about how hard it is for folks lower down to climb up, and considering Paco's name literally translate from Portuguese to labor worker, and he's obsessed with material wealth, it's interesting. I also wonder how Paco's outburst in Portuguese will tie into things." What do you mean in Portuguese? What do you mean? What do you mean his outburst in Portuguese? I don't get that at all. What if Meryl sent them there to die? I wouldn't doubt that at all. At all. Like, literally at all. Because they were so interested in the diamond, and she was just like, yeah. Does she care about them at all? Realistically, probably not. Like, they are a means to an end for her. They're the middleman for her getting what she wants, and she's going to make infinitely more money from this than they will. So if they die, she could just send more people. I like how stands here seem to be limiting and may have to rely on other skills. That's by far my favorite part of this. What's it called? Part. I don't know why it took me forever to do that. Yeah, I really like how the stands are like basically crap. Like to be completely honest. November Rain seems pretty OP though, and obviously Usagi's one is insane. I mean, he did identify the type of rock it was after seeing it. Maybe Meryl knows more than she's letting on, and she knew they would need the rock to get the diamond, and that's what she was really after. I could easily see that, because after all, they needed the rock to get the diamond. Yeah, no, Swizzles, I completely agree. Completely agree. See, but I don't know, though. I feel as though she's going to see them have this rock thing, and then she'll be like, oh, well, give me that then. And then they're going to, like, negotiate or whatever and have a fall off and stuff like that. That could be how the villain type stuff goes on now. Maybe she rats them out to the DEA because of that. You know, I can see the potential more so of her not knowing about it than her knowing about it. In Chapter 3, when he gets hit with the strings, he starts swearing in Portuguese. I don't remember that at all. Literally, I do not remember that at all. I will check right now, but I do not remember that at all. It probably was a different translation than what I read, but I do not remember that at all. I definitely feel like I would have. The cat. There's the cat. Is this seriously what it's supposed to be? Him having a sound effect is supposed to be in Portuguese? Is that it? A scream sound effect? Like, I'm not gonna be that guy, but this is the biggest reach I've ever seen in my life. Like, bro, it's a scream. It's a scream. If he was saying anything in Portuguese, like, literally, I would believe you. It's a scream. It's a scream. Like, it's not that deep. It's more of a comedic moment, but now that I think about it, if the rock attracts valuables, then wouldn't it mean if JoJo tried to give the diamond to Meryl May, wouldn't it return to JoJo? Possibly resulting in Meryl May wanting the rock too. But JoJo says no, in allegiance to Rohan, and as a result, could be seen as being given an ultimatum by Meryl May. Now, Parkour, I completely agree. This could also be seen as a form of betrayal as well. Yep. Completely agree. Meryl May could also be working for the DA lady. I don't believe that immediately. I don't believe that. That they want to arrest her, so she's like the inside man, I guess, but she's the head of the operation. If the head of the operation is working, then wouldn't that mean, like, I don't know. To me, I don't see that at all. Yeah, another just. This is just another scream sound effect. Like, I don't know. I don't see it at all. I don't see it at all. Like, if you're somehow gonna convince me that him just having a scream sound effect is Portuguese, you do you. You know, that's cool. If it is, that's awesome. But for me, it's just a scream. If he's not literally speaking Portuguese, then it's just a scream sound effect. Because Araki does all those wacky scream sounds that are just like, you know, no humans would ever do that. Jungle Warfare is a song. Yep, I know it. I don't think Meryl May is the big boss, but a red herring. I agree. Like I said, I think the DEA is in the end of at the end of the day gonna be the big bad. Screams and Hank Hill. Sorry, I saw that at the bottom. I had to see that. Also, this is a thought, but if the hustle is a muscle control stand, would that mean you'd have to train to have more muscles? Then Paco being gone for a year to train means him being fat makes it useless. Completely agree. The SPR Foundation returns, but is a cooperation with the DEA. I think that's a reach. I think that's a reach. I think people with JoJo, they try really hard to connect everything when things don't need to be connected. I mean, if that happens, like I said, would be cool. Would be cool, you know what I mean? But I think the DEA itself is a very, you know, real organization. So if they do connect it with something like the SPR, that would be cool, like I said. But I think it'll definitely be independent. PO2 scans. I don't even know what PO2 scans is. I'm going to be completely honest. I'll check. I'll check. Like, don't be crazy if I don't believe it. PO2 scans even on here, bro. So yeah. Yeah, I knew you meant the Speedwagon Foundation. I knew you meant. I just don't think they're going to connect it. The leak translation? Well, I don't read the leak translation because I don't like to get spoiled. So, has their own website? Alright, I guess we'll take a look. Let's see. Let me put this away for a sec. Pair of two. I will say the art in here is pretty interesting. Like, these are very high quality scans, which is pretty interesting. These are just scream sound effects, though. Like, he says "ga" and "ooh, whoa." Like these are just screams. Like, I still don't understand. Like, I don't see it. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't know. To me, it's just like I cannot see it. Oh. PO2 is our website. Yeah. Translation you use for chapter 2? Yes, and I stopped using that because I did not want to do that because I felt like waiting for the official would have been better because I don't want to spoil people. Screams in Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, you know, Paco, depending on the translation, Paco screams like Hank Hill, or he screams like Crash Bandicoot. You know, there's a difference. November Rain is a song about unrequited love and being alone. It's necessary to appreciate love. I know theories based on song names are usually bunk, but I have one. Okay. I'll see the vision. Let's see if I see it. I feel like Usagi is taking the stuff to Meryl. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that at all. I mean, he was the one who was like, "Oh, we gotta get the plane. We gotta get out." He seems like he's so stupid, but in reality, he's super smart. I think if there's even a traitor at all, it will be JoJo. I think he'll get paranoid and start to distance himself from friends, maybe even lash out in paranoia. That would be sick. That would be sick. I really like that sort of, what's it called? Sort of negative development. Yeah, I really like that. That sort of negative development. Really cool. But I'm checking the time right now, and I am getting... Alright, never mind. I thought I just heard something crazy. I am checking the time, and I am going to have to go soon. So, yeah. That's going to be it for me for this stream. Chapter was pretty cool. I'd give it like a 7. Was enjoyable. The art was really good. Really, really good. Araki was clearly in his bag. You know, no, I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. Usagi traitor foreshadowing pass slash like the lingering like what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? That was great. That was great. It actually gets me kind of really invested to see what's gonna happen next. So that's great. Okay. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. So for members of the channel, as always, expect a members only sort of video, you know, talking about shit like that. Yeah. But I'm considering this, you know, for those who want to continue the discussion, I'm considering doing a members discussion stream. So if you guys want to literally talk, like talk, consider becoming a member and not just like in the chat, obviously. And I'm considering doing member discussion streams. Let me know what you guys feel about that. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Expect a video on the Usagi Trader stuff very soon, probably tomorrow or today if I like really get it out. Members expect the sort of afterthoughts thing again today or tomorrow, and that'll be it for me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any specific theories or whatever, you know, as always, like we talk about in these streams, let me know below. And yeah, and if you guys want to push the agenda, you know, spread my toxic voice around the JoJo community, let me know. That'd be awesome. We just hit 3,000, and I'm thinking we could definitely get to, by the end of this year, we're definitely getting to 4,000. If I really, you know what I'm saying? If we really get in, we could do that. So if you guys could spread the love, that'd be awesome.